if you are over 50, if your parent forgot the name of a grandchild last Christmas, if you walked into a room last week and stood there blank, if you have stopped trusting your memory the way you used to, if you sleep less than 7 hours a night and have for years, there is a 7-stage ladder running through your brain, and by the time anyone notices you are climbing it, you have already been on stage 3 for over a decade. This is how your brain slowly forgets itself in 7 stages. Stage 1. Amyloid silently deposits. Sticky protein fragments called amyloid beta begin clumping between your neurons. This starts 20 to 30 years before your first symptom. The default mode network, the parts of your brain most active when you are at rest, daydreaming, planning, is where the plaques accumulate first. Your memory is intact. Your behavior is normal. A PET scan can already see it. You will not get one. Nobody gets one this early. Stage 2. Tau tangles begin. Inside the neuron, the structural protein tau twists into hyperphosphorylated knots that strangle the cell from within. The hippocampus, your brain's memory factory, goes first. The cell does not die yet. It just stops communicating properly. Synaptic loss is now measurable on advanced imaging. Your sleep architecture changes. You spend less time in deep, slow-wave sleep, the phase when your brain physically clears amyloid through the glymphatic system. You feel nothing. Stage 3. Mild cognitive impairment. You forget the name of a colleague mid-sentence. You misplace your keys daily, not weekly. Your MoCA score drops below 26. 16% of American adults over 65 are sitting at exactly this stage right now. Roughly 30 to 40% will convert to dementia within 5 years. Catch it here. Get on a Mediterranean diet. Sleep 7 to 9 hours a night. Treat hypertension aggressively. Exercise 3 times a week, and you can buy yourself meaningful years. This is the last off-ramp where lifestyle alone still matters. Stage 4. Mild dementia. You ask the same question 3 times in an hour and do not realize it. Your MMSE drops to 21 to 24. You can still drive, still cook, still manage most days alone, but you cannot reliably balance a checkbook anymore. Bills get paid twice or not at all. Family starts to notice. Most diagnoses get made here, when the damage is already 2 decades old. Cholinesterase inhibitors like donepezil are usually started at this stage. They modestly slow symptom progression. They do not stop the disease. Stage 5. Moderate dementia. MMSE 11 to 20. You need help dressing. You forget the names of your children sometimes. You sundown. Confusion deepens every evening at dusk. 6.5 million Americans are living somewhere on this ladder right now. By 2050, that number will nearly triple as the population ages. Caregiver burden becomes severe. Most families cannot continue at-home care past this stage without paid help. Stage 6. Severe dementia. Language collapses. The vocabulary that took you 60 years to build now fits inside 10 words. You stop recognizing your spouse. You stop recognizing yourself in the mirror. Personality fragments. Behavior becomes unpredictable. You wander. Sleep cycles invert. Continence fails. The person who built your life is, functionally, already gone, even though the body is still moving and breathing and sometimes laughing at something nobody else can see. Stage 7. The body forgets how to swallow. Aspiration pneumonia is the most common cause of death in Alzheimer's. The brain region that coordinates swallowing finally fails. Food and saliva enter the lungs. Infection follows. Median survival from diagnosis is 4 to 8 years. But for late-onset cases, it can be as short as 3. End-of-life care at this stage is often hospice. The disease itself does not kill quickly. What kills is the cascade of complications it allows. There is no warning before stage 2. There is no off-ramp after stage 4. There is no coming back once your name in the mirror means nothing. Catch it at stage 3. Get a baseline cognitive screen at 55. Treat your blood pressure under 130/80. Treat your cholesterol. Manage diabetes if you have it. Sleep 7 to 9 hours every single night. Exercise 3 times a week. Stay socially engaged. Learn something new every year. The strongest predictor of your cognition at 85 is not your APOE genotype. It is the cumulative cardiovascular and metabolic damage you let accumulate in your 40s and 50s. Send this to a parent. Send this to anyone who jokes that they are getting forgetful in their 50s. Where is your brain sitting on the ladder? Tell me in the comments. I read every one.